Well, thank you for the opportunity to serve as your state senator these past 4 years. I've absolutely loved it. And I also want to thank you for your prayers during my fight with cancer. It was a significant challenge, but I want to tell you that I am cancer-free, and thank you. You know, the second best two-word sentence you can ever hear is cancer-free. The best two-word sentence I've ever heard was "I do" from my lovely wife. But fortunately, she is supporting this great endeavor, and I'm glad to have her on board.
Actually, I'm going to go. Can you guys hear me okay? Y'all all hear me? Hey, I have had an honor to be your state senator. And I want to tell you, together, we have done some phenomenal things. From supporting our veterans, fighting for property tax relief that happened this year, fighting for them to be able to turn in their military skills and get a Tennessee state license, fighting for them to be remembered and honored with a special flag from the state of Tennessee. We have fought for our veterans every day I've been there. I've won the Department of Defense's award for veteran legislators every year I've been in office. When it comes to taxpayers, I wrote the bill that killed the Hall income tax. It is repealed. Effective 2021, it will sundown, and there will no longer be an income tax in the state of Tennessee. The historic nature of that, only 2 states in the nation have ever repealed an income tax, Alaska and now Tennessee. And that was the bill that I pushed for the last 4 years. I also want to tell you about what we've done for jobs and for small businesses. I run a healthcare company that I started right here in this town. Got my financing from Clarksville, got my legal services from a Clarksville company, my accounting services, and that company now has 45 pieces of business in 10 states and 900 employees. It is a Clarksville success story. I understand that government is the enemy to job creation and have passed a ton of different bills on getting government out of the way, from handling unemployment taxes to workers' compensation issues. And we have confronted them head on to help and support the small businessman. The NFIB awarded me a vote of their members across the state of Tennessee voted for me to be their guardian of small business. The first time a freshman has won that in a very, very long time. Healthcare. I am advancing an alternative free market plan for healthcare that will be better than Obamacare, which causes a massive debt at the federal government level, and will ensure another 225,000 people in the state of Tennessee. Economists all over the nation have touted that as an ideal way to do it. I fought for your Second Amendment rights. I've carried the constitutional carry bill this last year, and I will carry it again. With ISIS able to capture that passport facility in Syria, we cannot vet Syrian refugees. We are now the last line of defense. The armed citizen is the last line of defense, and we will get constitutional carry passed. And the 10th Amendment. You want someone who will stand up against an overreaching federal government, and I will do that. How dare Barack Obama tell Tennessee how we can do our bathrooms, and how dare he say that a man can walk into a female's bathroom? That is unacceptable, and we will not put up with it in Tennessee. Now, thank you, ma'am. You're going to hear a lot of stuff about my voting record. All I ask you to do is just go check it out on the Tennessee website. I have passed tons of bills for veterans, tons of bills for small business, tons of bills on education. Go check on the website, Tennessee Senate members' website, and confirm what you hear, because there's a lot of misinformation being put out there, and I just ask that of you. Now, there's been an issue made with a few votes that I've missed this year and the last year, and I will tell you that I had cancer. I did miss a few votes, and I will tell you this, though, that despite that, running between chemotherapy and back, I still carried almost 30% more bills than the average Tennessee state senator. 3 days after coming out of surgery, I was in a committee room, a little bit pale, but voting for you to prevent the state from annexing without a vote. Because I believe in property rights and freedom, and I will continue to fight for your freedom as your state senator. Thank you again for the opportunity to serve you. I just want to say one last thing about veterans. I have held our veterans bleeding in my hands on the battlefield. No one will fight for our veterans more than I assure you. No one will listen more than I, and no one will work harder than I will. I would appreciate your vote. Thank you for those who've already told me you voted early voting. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Copies of my book from my experience with Saddam Hussein are on the table. If you want me to sign them, just bring them to me and I'll do that. Thank you guys. God bless.
Thanks.